Hello everyone, Tim here from Pure Michigan. I'm on a work trip to Michigan right now. I'm going to be here for 2 weeks. I plan to hit up a bunch of places over this time. Just kind of like that Florida video, kind of a shopping vlog. So if you're interested in that type of stuff, stick around. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I do these type of shopping vlog things often. So we're going to hit up the first store in this gigantic trip right now. And the first store up is going to be Disc Replay. I've not been to Michigan before, so this will be first time in this place. I think they have a bunch of locations, but let's check it out. It says movies right there. Alrighty, we're in, and we're going to look for the movies somewhere here. So first up, we're in the back wall here, and this is pure DVD here, all the way down on both sides. April would love to see this. This looks like all TV, and there is movie box sets in here as well. So we got Indiana Jones there, but a lot of this is TV shows. We got some other box sets here, some Arrow mixed in. That's kind of cool. One of the best shows ever right here. Fantastic show. If you ever run across the Blu-ray set, it's pretty rare, I think, at this point. That is a hell of a lot of Entourage. I already got some of these on Blu-ray, but $3.99 is pretty good. Dark Passage is a good movie. Definitively do not need, but cool nonetheless. Freaking great trilogy overall. That's kind of cool. Pretty Little Liars complete series. $30, damn. Here's another fantastic one. It's got an Arrow release and a Kino. Either one, worth it. And now we're into Blu-ray, which is this whole side, and then we've also got this whole side. Got some steelbooks here. We got Uncharted, and I don't know if I have that one or not. That's a super fun movie. Oh, that's a cool steelbook to run across. God, I haven't seen that steelbook around in a long time. I think it's impossible to go movie hunting and not run across The Hangover. Holy crap. We got another steelbook here, so that's like 4 or 5 steelbooks so far. $14.99 on Star Trek Discovery Season 2 Blu-ray. That's cool. 27. Need a couple of these seasons. And we got another steelbook here with Frozen. Ooh, a solo copy of Final Destination 2. I haven't seen, well, that's why it's, I think that, yeah, this is a Canadian copy. I see the like, what is it, triple or quadruple pack often. I don't really see the singles very much. Oh, and then that's The Final Destination, which that one's pretty terrible. And we got, ooh, little damaged there. That is a beautiful, that's Tom Whalen art. Stunning Frozen steelbook in shape. Some of these movies have a ton of duplicates. An import copy of the Batman anthology. That's neat. Got some oscilloscope mixed in here. I don't know this, but still, it's an oscilloscope. Looks like another steelbook. We got Chappie. I'm 99% sure I got that. Oh, nice. The Bela Lugosi Dracula. It's a neat one to run across. It's another one I don't really run across the standard solo copy very much. All right, this is a specific steelbook section here. We got Blade Runner 2049. We got Mothra, Inglorious, Black Hawk Down. I'm like pretty damn sure I do not have a steelbook on Captain Phillips. That's a maybe. Salt, Chappie. Oh, that's such a good one. Hellboy. What do we got? Iron Man, and what is that one? Oh, that's Highlander. Duh. I don't think I have the Highlander actually. Huh. Ooh, this one, I did not pick this up yet. I'm pretty sure I didn't. The After Sun A24 exclusive. I don't think I grabbed it yet. Another really cool one to run across. So I texted April. Turns out I do not own the Chappie Steelbook, so I was wrong. So I'm gonna grab it. All right, so that's looking down that whole side. Right here, we're gonna have 4K titles, and then into the start of the Blu-ray, and then kind of transitions into PlayStation. That's a fun one. Ah, nice, a Hitchcock still with the slip here. That's pretty cool. And we got some more steelbooks here, which, do we own that steelbook? So we're about to the end of the A's here, because I kind of went a little backwards. Just theoretically, it starts here, goes down, and then wraps. I even see some VHS, which I'll check those out after I'm done with the Blu-ray here. Got a couple copies of Wonder Woman. Oh, that's a kind of a neat one. Import copy of the Mad Max, trilogy. So this is not including Fury Road, but that's pretty cool. And kind of steelbooks all around. We got Lego Batman. Interesting with steelbooks. I know this is just the original art, but I don't think I own that steelbook. It's a little bit beat up, but I don't think I've ever run across that one, to be honest. Got some interesting steelbooks so far in my hand. And it's more than just steelbooks too. There's actually some really interesting titles, kind of all mixed around. Mel Gibson was just at the con I was at. There's a copy of Patriot. I already had Patriot, but it was cool to see people getting that signed because that's a really good movie. So I made it down to the end here for the Blu-ray, and like I said, I got these so far, but good stuff. And here's the VHS. Not a lot of VHS to pick from. All right, so this is going to be kind of the, stuff in the cases for video games at least, because there's tons of video games, but we have more movies in here too. Oh, that Hogwarts collection's pretty cool. Got that a pretty rare Apocalypse Now back there. There's some Criterion. That Ash vs. Evil Dead is pretty rare. That's actually the one I'm missing too, but I'm not buying that one today. The Wicker Man set. I had that copy of Krisha. I got rid of that. I didn't really want it. We got that Star Trek Beyond that's in my hand is in there. Got Coming to America. That King Kong set's awesome looking. But yeah, some good steelbooks again still in here too. And it goes down the next row. We got a little bit more. We got Vacation in there. There's Stars Born, Halloween, Stranger Things is back there. So yeah, good stuff in there. Just nothing I'm gonna get, I don't think. Okay, I don't know actually. This is a lot more steelbooks, to be honest. Damn. I guess the nice thing about collecting so many steelbooks is there's a lot in here I see that I already own, like quite a bit. And the stuff I don't own is stuff that I don't own for a reason because I didn't want it. So that's good. Though I will say the Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, that's actually a pretty cool one, to be honest. And that's a fun, stupid movie. But I think a lot of the other ones in here, I think I own them. At least, like I said, the stuff I want. There's a Chinatown in there, though, and a Star Trek Into Darkness. I can't remember if I have Into Darkness or not on Steelbook. But I don't think I have Chinatown. I just realized that's a freaking Manta Lab for Godzilla vs. Kong. So I'm going to ask about some of the stuff in the case, but kind of just look around a little bit more. Got good stuff, and like there's stuff I'm interested in there. And this all looks like anime or manga, so a lot of selection of stuff.
Hi, how can I help you?
Well, I'll be damned, guys. That was a good store to start this off with, and I'm going to some insane stores. There's stores across this state. What is it, Static Tape, and some other ones that look crazy amazing that I'm going to be hitting up later in this. This is just store one. Let's check out what I got. I'll just show you as I get stuff at each store. Okay, so none of what I got is pristine, but some of them are in pretty good shape, and the ones that are in a little bit lesser shape weren't that much. But I did get the Chappie. I thought I owned it. April said I don't. She's kind of the keeper of like what I own. She has it all logged. I actually really liked Chappie, to be honest. Yes, the couple in the movie were annoying as hell, but they were meant to be annoying as hell. We got the Mondo Highlander. That's freaking sick. I'm behind on a lot of the Mondo ones. We got Star Trek Beyond. I also really, really like the newer Star Trek franchise. I got this Resident Evil Steelbook. I legit don't remember the original artwork getting a Steelbook. So that's cool. What do we got? We got Chinatown. It was $15. Chinatown. Good ass movie. $15 on Steelbook. Okay, I'll take it. We got Star Trek Into Darkness. This is just that original art again, but I didn't have the Steelbook. This was $5.99, and it was actually free because they had a buy 5, get 1 or whatever the hell. And then end with Captain Phillips Steelbook. Altogether, what was it? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 Steelbooks. It was $97. That's not bad. That's store 1. This video, I'm on day 1, store 1. I don't know how many stores. I could end up going to 10 different fucking stores. This could be an hour and a half, 2 hour video. I don't know. I could release this as a bunch of different videos, and in the end, that would probably be the better for my channel thing, but I kind of like having like a vlog style of the trip. So that's kind of what I do. So stick around. Again, if you're not subbed to my channel and you like this type of content, I do a lot of this. But we'll see what the next place is. All right, guys, we're going into Best Buy. We're going to see what type of movies they got. All right, I'm playing with you guys. I did go into Best Buy, but it was to buy something for myself. Well, really 2 things for myself. I'm on this, it's a work vacation, work trip. I needed a new one of these, so I bought a new one. Got to style myself. And I needed a new pair of AirPods because I freaking lost my old pair of AirPods. So AirPods and a trimmer is what I got here. All right, guys, let's try another disc replay. This one was like 20 some minutes from that last one. Yeah, let's give it a shot. All right, somewhere is the DVDs and Blu-rays. Alrighty, so we got Blu-ray and DVD along here. So we're gonna dive into it and kind of see what we find. Fingers crossed. Got some Power Rangers here on the end cap. I already own it, but I freaking loved this movie. Like, I loved it. One of my favorites of the past several years. Another good one nobody talks about. The movie is almost no dialogue at all. Really freaking good. Yeah, first season of Blind Spot on Blu-ray. I feel like, didn't I just pick up the second season, like, in my last thrifting video? That's a lot of copies of Bridesmaids, but that's a really funny movie. And then we got some not so funny Melissa McCarthy. This one's intriguing. I don't know anything about this one. $4.99. It's a Jude Law movie. Is it about divers? I might just grab that. Just like the last one, some good stuff in here. I loved that one. You run across that pretty often. You don't really run across that one very much, so that's kind of cool. We got some Kevin Smith here. We got Clerks, and we got Chasing Amy. I gotta be honest, I don't even know if I own them on Blu-ray. I know I own them both on DVD, but I don't know if I got Blu-ray. And then we got Contact, great movie. Another one I would give a recommendation to, The Drop. I mean, I'm kind of a sucker for a lot of Tom Hardy movies, but that's a good one. I did want to grab this at some point. I might just grab it today. It's a wild, wild movie, but what the heck? It's here. The entire bottom shelf is dedicated basically to the 50 Shades of Fast here. One of the rare examples where the first one is awful and the second one is actually pretty damn good. The con I was at this past weekend, I just got an autograph by the director Bong Joon-ho. That was freaking crazy awesome. I was so happy to run across that. So we got Steelbooks here and an end cap. That's an interesting one to run across. I don't think I ever saw that on Steelbook, to be honest. Pretty much everything across the top, though, stuff I already own or don't necessarily want. Second row, though, has 2 Star Treks, though, which are pretty great. They even got the Arrow Last House on the left. And nothing particularly sticking out on this shelf. So now we got the TV seasons here, a lot of box sets. There's gonna be some movie ones. We got Chucky there, and then right above Cat Dog. So it's kind of a mixture movie and TV. And it kind of keeps going down afterwards. I do need, what is that? Oh, that's only the first season, twice. I do need, I think I need 1 or 2 seasons afterwards still. But otherwise, I'm seeing a lot of the stuff I either already own or we don't want, but still a heck of a selection. Kind of cool they actually have a bunch of the TV shows that are on Blu-ray separated out Blu-ray wise. That's actually pretty cool. We got a little bit of a clearance area, which quick glance, I mean, look at that. Force Awakens, 75 cents. I don't think any of this is stuff I would need. And then here we're back into DVDs. Look at this. This is all, entire aisle, just absolutely filled with DVD. I don't necessarily know what I'm looking for. That's one of the things when it comes to DVD. You have to know what you're looking for, because otherwise you can run across like 100 spy games. Oh, there was more Blu-ray over here, but this is all for the kids' movies. Okay. Ooh, we got some more stuff back here, physical media-wise. Oh, look at that Field of Dreams. That's a really nice one. I don't know if I've seen that Steelbook before. I see it's an import, but damn, that is nice. We got that Warrior one back there. I didn't realize that Baby Driver was up that price now. I have that one. We've got Jaws. I've got The Evil Dead a couple of times. Cruella. A lot of those I have. We've got Criterion. Comes down into more Criterion. There's a freaking Batman Mantelab. Okay, all right. We're going along. We got more Criterion. Southland Tales. I didn't realize that must be out of print. Holes I know is out of print. There's that Apocalypse Now. That one is pretty rare. There's some good stuff in here. Damn. Look at that Game of Thrones complete on a Steelbook. That's cool. We've got a... I don't know what that Spider-Man Far From Home is. Is it like a one-click? No, it's not a one-click. I don't know what that is, actually. Got Freaks and Geeks. We've got that John Wick set in the back. We've got a Treasures, Disney Treasures there. The, what is that? That is the, I can't remember which phase. Phase 1 set, I think it is. Then we got Fall. The Thing Steelbook, that is great. Heavenly Creatures, that's a very out of print. That's a good one. That's a good one. I have it, but I'd be tempted to get it if I didn't already have it. And right behind it is pretty much a giant wall of pops going pretty far down. And then I guess this is some of the rare ones, I take it. And then it goes into, we got games here in cases. PSP movies here. They've got some, including Hollow Man. That's great. We got tons of original Xbox and 360. I love 360, but the OG Xbox, one of my favorite consoles, if not my favorite overall console. That's a good horror survival that is basically forgotten. No one talks about that one. Oh yeah, Hunter the Reckoning. Oh man, that is a good one. Lemony Snicket is $2.99. Great Indiana Jones game right there. Here's an example of a movie tie-in game that is actually damn good. Totally worth your time playing. It's shockingly good. Well, I got another bag here. This was about half the cost of the last disc replay, but it's still a bag of more stuff. Then I'm gonna show this stuff to you, and then we're gonna hit up the Walmart. At least I gotta get some stuff from there, and it's gonna be way more stuff. I gotta say, the fact that I'm in a rental car is both good and bad, because I'm not limited by luggage. I'm in a car, but it means I could find cool stuff and get it. But I'm gonna start with the games, actually, because I got 3 games, 3 movies. I got Chronicles of Narnia, not Chronicles, jeez, I was looking at Chronicles of Narnia. I mean, Lemony Snicket, Series of Unfortunate Events. I never played this game. It was $2.99 though. I really enjoyed the movie. Movie tie-in games are mostly crap, but not always, such as Van Helsing, actually a damn good game. And this has on the front, not all copies there had that bonus Van Helsing movie ticket inside thing. Most of the copies didn't, so that means this is actually one of the ones that came out at the time of the movie, not one that was printed later. It does have the book inside, but I do not see the ticket. But you know, the book is in there in nice shape too. So yeah, like I said, Van Helsing, actually a shockingly good game, and one that I loved. The Xbox was great for multiplayer because it actually had 4 ports. Hunter the Reckoning is a great multiplayer horror action game. It's very heavy on the horror, but it's also heavy on the action. Like you kind of see on the back. Super fun game. There's 2 of these, so I picked that one up. I got the Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer Steelbook that I did not know existed. God, what the label, whatever label it is maybe is this an arrow? I don't even know. Let me open up and look at the disc. I feel nope. It's an import. It's an import. Okay, yeah, I didn't see it. I was tempted on that Field of Dreams, very tempted. But I'm trying to spread. I spent $45 on all of this. That Field of Dreams was $40 alone. So I'm trying to spread the love, but I got Drive Away Dolls and I got that Black Sea. So we got 6 movies from this one. Now let's head to Walmart. So we'll check out the movies here. I'm not even technically here for the movie selection because, let's be frank, Walmart movie selections kind of suck. Really, they've been pretty terrible as late, but I'm in Michigan. What I'm going off was at home, so maybe here's better, but I did want to pick up a couple of food things for the hotel room, which is why I'm here. All right, so here we have steelbooks right off the bat. And there actually is steelbooks, which is cool. I have that now. I bought the import one, but it's the same disc. I've got that. Don't want those, got that. So luckily, it doesn't look like there's anything I need in here, which is actually a good thing. In this area, I will say I really like that movie. I thought that was damn good. But I'm not buying the DVD. I'll buy the Blu-ray at some point, but I did really like that. We got those glow-in-the-dark slips, some other releases, and then what? Not the glow-in-the-dark for these, but again, I don't buy those slips. All right, so now we're in the rest of the movies, and okay, all right. I wanted to see that there's the new Bloody Disgusting setup, and it was gonna have the Goosebumps. That might be in my area, but it's not in this one, so that's a bummer. And then we got that basically cleared out. We got quite the discount area back here. Looks like it's all DVD. That's how it's looking. Which, I mean, not bad for a lot of people, just nothing I'm gonna get out of here. And then this is basically kind of like the $5 dump bins, except for you can read everything. Now that's actually kind of nice. There's good stuff in there, like, oh, that's good for $5. That's a good movie. It's not even that old, so DVD-wise, oh, $5 for that, that's good. But yeah, no secret steel books or some hot deals. It's all, yeah, it's all good. Teen Wolf and Teen Wolf 2. About par for the course on what I expected, so now to go get my food. Okay, I did not expect to see Yellowstone TV dinners. That's kind of what I was coming over for, was a TV dinner. I was looking for cheap and quick. The picture looks good. How does it actually taste? Nothing but the best here, guys. A mega bowl and some Snapple apple and cookies and cutlery. Yeah, nothing but the best. So that's it on day one. I am here for 2 weeks. I'm not going out hunting every day of 2 weeks. That would be very costly, plus work is going to tie me up for a big chunk. But you'll see everything I do. And I know either Saturday or Sunday, I think Saturday, I'm planning a whole day out where I'm driving across the state. I'm going to Static Tape. I'm going to a place called Alive Again and checking out a bunch of other places. So, and then I think I plan on checking out some other stuff during the week after work. So I will see you the next day that I'm out movie hunting. So for you, it'll be no time. For me, it might be a day or two. We'll see, but I'll see you soon. All right, guys, it's another day. I got another store here. I'm checking out Occult83. Everything I saw about this place looked pretty damn good, so we're gonna head in. They're part rental, part purchasing, I think. So let's check it out. Dark Passage is a great movie. Got Fever Pitch here. 3 for $20 for everything here. So next up we got TV shows for sale here, which April would be all over it. Again, I'm not sure which shows I'm specifically looking for, though I might have to send her a message here because I do collect bullshit. And what do we got? We got complete 3rd season, and we got 3rd season. Okay, so we have 2nd season. I need to check if I need 3rd. We got some Hawaii 5-0s here, which I think we've got those ones. What do we got up here? Spin City. That's a super fun show. Friday Night Lights. I've got a chunk of them. I still need, what do we got? We got 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and final. All right. So we're going to round the corner to quite a bit of Blu-ray here, which I always love to see it. Check out if there's anything I specifically need. Good prices on them too. We got $5. A lot of good movies. Last Samurai, great movie. Absolutely worth $5. That's a good one. That's a damn good one. Highly recommended if you've never seen it. It's a little crazy the directions it goes, but very good. We even got some Criterion mixed in here. Ooh, Gattaca. Fantastic movie right there. Yeah, as I'm going through, there's really good titles mixed in here. There we go. We got to meet him at Fan Expo. Such a nice guy. Nice Prophecy collection. Fun movies. Oh, I mean, I haven't seen the 4th, but fun movies. So as we wrap around here, this is actually going to be all rental, which is super cool. There's going to have the old title of the store there. This is neat because around my area, we don't really have these type of stores anymore. They're gone. So this is nice. We even got great titles like American Fiction. So recommend that one. One of the best of what, last year I believe it was. Fantastic. Got Baby Girl. So there's good stuff. All Quiet on the Western Front, fantastic movie. Come along the back here, we got horror. Everybody loves horror. Survival of the Dead Lenticular. Nice. But yeah, right up there we got the title of the old store title. I really dig the new title though, Occult83. It looks great on the front of the store. So as I said, rental, rental, rental. And then we got purchasing here. So again, we're gonna kind of look through here, see what kind of stands out that we might want. Always room in the collection for more movies. This movie is so freaking good. It's got more of a following now that it came to Blu-ray, which seems to be kind of par for the course, but great one, check it out. So the purchases are gonna kind of wrap the corner. We got t-shirts here, which, look at that. That is nice, man. We got Halloween. What else we got? We got Chucky, Creature. Creature is freaking great. I love these. I don't think I could quite rock that, but that looks great. We got some of the newer titles. We got Presents here, Dragon Slayer, Monster. I like monster trucks, to be honest. We got Flight Risk there, Lock Up. We got some MVD here, Shazam, Bumblebee, that Venom. That's really cool. They're fun movies. They're dumb, but they're fun. We got Brutalist here. Still got to grab that one. Goosebumps. I didn't care for Red One too much. Really digging the shirts though. That's really cool. But look at that Bride of Frankenstein. Oh hell yeah, we got VHS up here too. Oh yeah, I'm in. Oh, that's a lot of VHS too. Damn, I like it. I like to see it. All right, there's a great one I'm definitely grabbing. Great shape too. Another really good one that kind of fits in with that, The Recruit. I dig that one a lot. I'm gonna find myself just picking up thriller movies here. Blowout, excellent, excellent movie. Since it's been Criterion, it's gotten more love, but I don't think I've ever seen a VHS of it out. I don't mind if I do, because I don't think I own this on VHS. Shockingly, as much as I've talked about this movie. And we got another winner here. Murder at 1600. So damn good. This still needs a Blu-ray. The best you can get of it right now, well, you can, it's HD digitally. Physical though, DVD. That's the best you can get. So, if you've not seen Murder at 1600, I mean, you're either a Snipes fan or a 90s thriller. This is one you got to check out. This is pretty cool. Gidget on VHS and one of the old protective cases. That's awesome. Just keep grabbing thriller movies because we got Witness here. They're the heavy hitters of like 80s, 90s thrillers. They're here. Ooh, I've got a copy already, but that's a really cool one to run across. Made for TV movie, isn't past DVD, so yeah, that's a cool one. If I didn't already have it, I would absolutely grab that. Oh, sick. Unlawful Entry. A good copy of that. Oh, that is nice. Here we're gonna have like sci-fi type stuff. Really good titles in there. 6 Day is a super fun one. And here we've got the horror. Near Dark, some early Catherine Bigelow, that's a really good one. Barbed Wire's fun. Return of the Living Dead, number 3, that was a fun one. Don't think I've seen this one before. Oh damn, that's a Barbara Steele movie actually. I wanted to meet her at one of the cons, but she ended up canceling. She's kind of older now and she has a harder time making it to the cons, but no, that's cool. We got Amityville, Maniac Cop 3. That's okay. I don't actually think I saw 3. I saw 1 and 2. That's early Bruce Campbell with the first one. Final Destinations, nice. I actually have to check with April. I don't know which ones I own. Evil Dead, really good stuff. Dust Till Dawn, I know I've got that one. So we got Resident Evil here with the kind of embossed text, which again, that's another one. Don't have the VHS for that one, so I'm gonna add that to the collection. What else we got? We got Psycho, Bloodstone. There's good stuff, but I have April kind of checking on those and on those. But even further down, we got Urban Legend here. Damn, a lot of titles I would like to have. I gotta see what I own though. I have this one, I do not have the other one, so of course it's the one I have. I remember renting that from Blockbuster. White Noise also, that's a good one. I'm pretty damn sure I don't own that one though. Get this one for the memories. April and I pulled off a triple, was it a triple or maybe even 4 movies in a day? We were theater hopping. This was one of the movies. It was terrible, but it brings back kind of fond memories because it was part of that day. This was like pretty early us dating. We started dating in 04. This is an 05 movie. And like I said, it was either 3 movies in a day or 4 movies. So kind of curious. I haven't seen it since those days. Oh, look at that. There we go. That's the one I needed. I have that one, but I need that one. And then I could just kind of complete it and have them all. So April answered me. I did not have Final Destination, or I know you did last summer for VHS, and they're ones I definitely wanted, so I grabbed those. So far, here's my pickup stack, which there's good stuff there. I made some dents in the area here, some stuff I grabbed out. I had these things ordered and I unfortunately canceled, but damn, they're awesome. I mean, wall space wise, I'm not sure where I'd put them, hence I canceled, but doesn't mean I still don't want them. Over here we got more collectibles, and again, whole back wall, tons of movies, but in the collectibles here we've got snow globes, which look at that Michael Myers snow globe, that's really, really cool. Below that we're gonna have like coffee mugs, and look at this, we got Gremlins down here. Those look great. I've got a couple of replica Gremlins, but I like these more. This is for Gremlins 2, which is underutilized as a great one. Everyone loves 1. 2 is a blast. Like Killer Clowns here. The Army of Darkness chainsaw, which if you guys saw my channel, I already opened that. Great replica for like 100 and some. Worth it if you're a fan of the movies. It's done pretty well. It makes chainsaw noises too, which is neat. Trick or Treat did a great job on the Necronomicon here. Again, a lot of really cool stuff. I just happen to have bought a lot of this stuff already. We got Annabelle, and then we got the Killer Clowns popcorn shooter, which that I don't have. That is pretty cool though. Oh, that's Syndicate Collectibles actually, same people that did the chainsaw. And then we go down, we got like a Ghoulies lunchbox, and we got some Trick or Treat games, some Pumpkinhead. Look at that, a Shredder with Shredder on the top. That's unique. I did not see that before. Look at that. I was looking for these at Walmart. They're here. Who needs Walmart? These things are here. These look great though. I want to get all 5 of them at some point. Obviously, growing up with Goosebumps, definitely something I want. So over here in this case, we've got a bunch more of that kind of higher end VHS, and damn, Chopping Mall. I want this, and if I have money towards the end of my trip, I might come back and pick this one up. Chopping Mall is one I've seen many, many times out of horror movies I've returned to since I was younger. That's one of them. Sleepaway Camp is really fun. House of Wax, for some reason I knew it had VHS and at the same time didn't think about it because that is late VHS, like pretty damn late VHS. We got Ringu. We got a big box for Motel Hell, scanners, Skeleton Key. That's another one that's kind of later end VHS. Look at that, freaking Demons. Demons is really good. The score, fantastic. We got a really cool pumpkin head up here. And over here, we got, I already have the statue. You guys have seen it on my channel, but I recommend grabbing it because it's really well done for the price. And on the back side of the case, we got Princess Mononoke. I've never seen a VHS copy of that. We got a double feature for Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and 4. And then we come down and we have a couple more VHS, ending with Jason Goes to Hell. Really good stuff in here. And before I even filmed it, I grabbed one out of the case that I will be showing you guys because I really wanted it. So one last little pass through. That's gonna about finish things up here. I may or may not be back. I would like to be back, but yeah. Occult83, really good store. Check this place out, Dearborn Heights, Michigan. But yeah, about to check out now. Alrighty, I made it out of there. That place was cool as hell. The owners, super cool. I liked it a lot. I might or may not return because that shopping mall legitimately is calling my name. But I have to kind of pace myself because there's still a lot of time and a lot of stores. But check them out. Seriously, really good store. Yeah, I had a fun time. Not sure where I'm going next. Yeah, I'll figure something out. Stay along for the long-ass vlog that this is of movie hunting. All right, I'm back at the hotel. I kind of figure I got a long trip to go, so I'm going to piecemeal it out store by store, day by day, but for you, it'll be instantaneous. But here's what I picked up there at Occult83. Really cool them wrapping this up in a bag because it was raining out. But yeah, let's check them out. So Blowout, Summer Rental, Murder at 1600. Man, I seriously can't recommend it enough. White Noise, Unlawful Entry, super cool to run across. I already told you about Alone in the Dark, kind of why I picked it up. Those are the first ones I grabbed. I think it's really freaking cool to grab both of those, considering I have the other one. So that's pretty sick. Freaking Witness. Gidget does not fit with like the theme of this. Resident Evil. I love that one. So I've picked up 2 copies of Resident Evil so far over this trip. Most expensive one I grabbed, a copy of Cursed. Cursed is so... I love Cursed. I don't care what anyone says. This movie's a blast. So I'm going to try some Goo Gone onto that. Kind of try to get rid of some of that. But, I mean, other than that, it's pretty good shape. It's an ex-Hollywood Video copy. But, yeah, super happy on that. We've got two I Know What You Did Last Summers. We got I Still Know, or I Know and I Still Know, which is awesome. And then Final Destination 1 and 2. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Lots of VHS, and I got a car. I could drive it back. Heck yeah. When I was in Tampa, I flew, so I had to limit myself. I can buy whatever the hell type of size stuff I want. I got a car. But anyways, I'll see you tomorrow with whatever the next store is. Hello, everyone. It's another day. So last time I went to a store that I showed you guys in a video was like 3 days ago, something like that. The work part was busy, but now I'm out. I have a whole Saturday to just whatever. So I'm in front of the mall that has static tape right now. I'm about ready to go in there. I did go to a Walmart in the past 3 days, though, that I went there for food. I didn't go there for movies, but they were shockingly decent on movies. I wasn't quite expecting it. They had this, like, end cap area that was this hodgepodge of titles that I think they just didn't have room for. Like, it looks like where clearance would be, but none of them were clearanced. But they had an overall pretty decent selection of pretty much everything, at least compared to home. Home is normally garbage for that stuff, so this was pretty good. But now, a whole new day, lots of potential stores to go to, and I think this might be the last day of actually going out movie hunting, because tomorrow I'm kind of tied up with stuff. Then there's work all week, and then there's driving back home. So probably maybe I'll just edit this video after today, which I think I've got like 4 stores planned for today, something like that. So this should be a good day. I'm pumped about static tape. I think it's gonna be really good. So let's head in the mall. All right, there we go. There's static tape video, which actually stretches all the way to over here. I love the decorations in the window. The vibe of this place, I didn't even walk in yet. The vibe is on point. Oh, damn. Wow. There's a lot here already. Holy cow. We got posters lining the entire top. Hell yeah, this is awesome. We got a back end shot full of DVD there, full of Blu-ray there. I'm liking it already. Classic 60s and 70s there. This is great. I love the way they separate this stuff. We got mini posters, we got the movies. Back here, we got foreign, we got romance and comedy. There's the foreign. Digging this a lot already. So we got stretching here, that is the mall part right out there. And then we've got shirts, movies galore. This place is huge. Oh, we even got posters hanging up there that you could purchase. 15 for Village of the Damned. Obviously, we got horror lining up here. Horror posters. I am totally digging this already. We got sci-fi and fantasy over here. We got these bins here in the middle. These are essentially the bargain ones, if you will, only $3. We got tons of really good stuff in here. You know, stuff that everyone loves. Dark Knight, etc. Men in Black. Good movies in there. 4K is going to have its own area stretching right down and around. That's pretty great. Then we're going to have a whole bunch of collectibles here. We got Killer Clowns. We got Texas Chainsaw. Yeah, Return of the Living Dead. Ooh, Trick or Treat. Tarman. I got that. That's a great figure. We got some import stuff here too. This Paris, Texas release, which I actually have this one, so that's pretty cool that imports are here. Absolute bargain at $10. Galaxy Quest is freaking awesome. That's a steal at that price. We got a Scream box set here. Very nice. Push on 4K. That's not one really I run across on 4K. Interesting. We're gonna have some Paramount Presents. We got Freddy. We got Hitchcock. Pretty much all the stuff you'd be looking for is here. Still need to pick this up at some point. Not quite yet, but I enjoyed that one. Oh, nice. We're actually going to switch into steelbooks here, which that might be dangerous. That might be dangerous. I might actually. Here's one I know I needed. Mickey 17. Didn't grab that one yet, so I will grab that one today. I already have this one, but this is a fantastic Northman steelbook, done really well. Damn good movie too. Little Shop of Horrors, super fun movie. We got the Space Jam Titans of Cult here, which that's a really cool release. You don't really run across the Sisu one much anymore. We got down here Annabelle and Conjuring. Those are some older ones, nice ones. Got quite a bit of steelbooks here. Thank goodness I have a good chunk here, because otherwise it could be even more dangerous. Ooh, I don't think I ever bought this Looper, to be honest. That's tempting. I'm going to come back over to the steelbooks, but first let's keep going right here. We've got wrestling here. We're going to turn the corner to, we've got masks. And again, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I didn't even notice that before. So I just got a Laserdisc sign for Showdown in Little Tokyo. Freaking great movie though. That's $20 for the poster, but great movie. So we're gonna show some of the shirts, which there's some cool stuff. We got a Vestron shirt down there. That's cool. There's Faces of Death down there. You know, zombie, demons, super good movie. New York Ripper, I didn't care for that one too much. Return of the Living Dead, Cannibal Holocaust, Suspiria, Frankenhooker. There's some really cool shirts. There's really cool hats. I'm not really a hat guy, but again, the demons, that's sick. Keep going, we got Evil Dead, more Evil Dead, and there's some really cool shirts here. I have way too many shirts. And again, we'll kind of go across the top here is the posters, because, you know, that could be dangerous. I have a rental car, so I could actually bring something home if I want. April would be mad at me if I did not show this, but right here is all the TV shows going along, so she'd be probably pretty mad if I didn't show here. But we've got Get Smart, great show. Need to pick that up at some point. 6 Feet Under, complete series, 40 bucks, damn good price. I'm gonna have to look through this and she'll have to let me know exactly what she's looking for. Oh damn, even the A-Team van here. That's awesome. So I'm gonna try to get a good scope of this is VHS going here. This is amazing. Stretching all the way down there and all the way here. This is all VHS. Holy hell, that's absolutely incredible. I will be looking through. And then there's Laserdisc down there. This is awesome. Then we got wrapped up here is gonna be some of the higher end VHS, which I will be checking out. But first, let's look through here. That's a good one that could kind of make you a little pissed off watching it. Really good performances. Subject matter will, again, make you pretty mad. Oh my goodness. I have not seen anything about that movie in so long. Can't go wrong with some Crocodile Dundee in Los Angeles. We're even gonna have some sealed in here. We got Bulletproof, still sealed. That's a fun movie. Dolph Lundgren, Army of One, sick. There is so much here, my goodness. Falling Down, great movie. Michael Douglas, one of my favorites of his. It's gotten more of a cult following nowadays, but they got Dragonheart in here. Of course, we're gonna have a Home Alone, but Funny Farm, super funny movie. Even the rug on the floor is on point. I swear to you guys, this place can be really, really dangerous. There's a lot here that I want. And look, this center thing, again, filled with movies just on the other side now. Man, I don't even know where to begin, to be honest. So we got TVs here playing The Mummy. That's great. And then, like I said, Laserdisc. I love my Laserdisc. Not that I have a player. We bought a player and it didn't work, but I will get another player, damn it. Sick Escape from New York Laserdisc, $16. Death Wish is so damn good. Even seeing Star Trek Deep Space Nine Laserdiscs with 2 episodes per, that's pretty neat. And there's a tub here kind of filled with more of the discount ones here. We got Shawshank is $2. But let's check out some of this VHS, which again, this is going to be some of the more rare stuff, if you will. Which of course is going to have lots of horror mixed in. This is all horror here. The second time in a week running across a Bordello of Blood VHS. That's pretty cool. I prefer Demon Knight though, definitely prefer Demon Knight. The Mangler, Robert Englund. So I'm actually going to Niagara Falls Con, I believe, at the end of this trip. I was contemplating if I want to meet Robert Englund again, because I have met him, but something like that would be cool, because I already have Nightmare on Elm Street signed. You can just see all the horror here and some rare stuff that you just don't see. Oh man, I don't have enough money with me. I freaking love this movie. I've always been a fan of Treat Williams. This movie is so gory. Looking at this cover, you'd never think that it's the absolute slaughter fest it is. Damn good movie, though. I'll give you a little bit of a closer look just to see kind of the obscurity of titles that are intermixed in here. You might see something that's like, holy shit, I haven't seen that since, you know, I was much younger. There's some deep cut stuff mixed in here. And right behind, of course, there's plenty more. Nice. Tales from the Dark Side. I just, at the last con, picked up this copy of Dead Heat. So that one has a border, that one does not. But regardless, Dead Heat is freaking great. Treat Williams again. Another copy of Deep Rising. Always been interested in the Legend of Gatorface. We even got some big box VHS down here. Backside of that, we're gonna have even more coming across here. I got the one sheet for this, and I've never actually owned a copy of the movie before. So right here, we're gonna have a lot more VHS, and it's gonna wrap again now over here. That's a good one, and it's in a big box. That's pretty sweet. Got some Goosebumps down here. Got to check with April which ones we own and which ones we need still. A cool looking copy of Notorious. That's a really good movie. Damn, this Freddy's Dead standee is absolutely amazing. I would love to have that in the movie room. But we stretch, and we've got more stuff here. Cannibal Ferox. I'm probably not even going to know what a chunk of this stuff even is. No One Will Save You, a custom VHS for that. That's a really fun movie. So we're going to have a wall here that it's going to stretch, and we've got even more, including up here. Look at these big box releases. Damn, that's a cool one to run across. We're going to have even more rare stuff here in the case with lots of big box ones going across here. Blood Diner VHS 75. Yeah, you can get a view kind of right here of just some of the titles that you're not going to just generally run across going to a thrift store, at least very much. I've got like 5 VHS for Evil Dead. I do not have that one. We even have some Betamax here. Back wall there is going to have some 4Ks for. We got some premium stuff. That gate release is great. We got Trick or Treat up there. We got the Nightmare on Elm Street 4K Steelbook. We got a bunch of Oppenheimer there, and then there's going to be a bunch more of the more rare, higher end VHS. That edition of Halloween looks awesome. So I'm gonna start looking through. This is the center area, and this is gonna have a ton of new release stuff. As you see, we got Vinegar Syndrome here. I'm gonna kind of look around. Got a couple of things in my mind, but yeah, all new release all along these center ones there. Here we got Shout and Scream here. We got some steelbooks here. The Thing and Bill and Ted. Oh, Drag Me to Hell. This is the Via Vision one. That is really cool, though. Oh, an Umbrella version of Wrong Turn. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, we got Umbrella going there, and keep going down. We got 88 films. We got all the labels you'd look for. Of course, we're gonna have Criterion. Criterion's gonna wrap around. We've got Kino Lorber here. That release of Touch of Evil is absolutely fantastic. But all Kino Lorber going down. More Criterion on the other side. Anatomy of a Fall, great movie, highly recommend that one. But we're gonna wrap around, and we've got more Criterion here. That's another good one I highly recommend, Kiss Me Deadly. And His Girl Friday, I'll always recommend Cary Grant movies. Now we're gonna have Arrow Video. We got this Children of the Corn box set, that's great. We got Psycho, Texas Chainsaw. Gary Pullen artwork here for Jason, which I actually do still need that Jason. That Deep Blue Sea is a great release, but yeah, we got all Arrow going down here. We got Second Sight here on the end part. A lot of people have been talking about the coffee table. I know nothing about that one, but House of the Devil is fantastic, and this Hitcher is one of the best releases of the past like year or two. It's so good. Here we're gonna have some Terror Vision and some other releases here. We got some Indicator there. And other side of this end cap, we're gonna have some MVD mixed in here along with some other stuff. Yeah, plenty to pick from. Here we got Vestron Video along with some other ones. We'll come along here. I know people love opera, but we got more stuff coming along down here. A lot of Severin. Then we're gonna come along to the other side, and we're gonna have Street Trash and Suspiria, Demons 2, lots of Synapse stuff here. And more posters on this column here. The vibe is absolutely top notch. This T2, that's really cool. Tons of Betamax horror here. That's really cool. And then we got like European Vacation. That's such a fun one. But yeah, I don't run across you know, Betamax all too much. The Man Who Knew Too Much. That's a great movie. Yeah, I don't know. I'd love to get a Betamax signed. Here we're gonna have quite a bit of like anime VHS. We got a lot of Dragon Ball Z here. And then we're gonna go into some of the like action and action martial arts. Look at all the little display stuff there though. Like the Eye of Fire's Vestron VHS. We've got Gizmo there. The theming, again, absolutely on point. And of course, I couldn't not show this. Look at this amazing Child's Play 2 standee. The thing is in incredible shape. That looks awesome. Garrett, I know you would love that. I love Uncle Buck so much. This standee is absolutely incredible. And over here, another great standee. Man, if only I had room in my movie room for stuff like that. Damn. That store is insanely awesome. Oh my God. There was so much in there. Yeah, I thought it was great. I will definitely at some point make it back into that store. I really, really liked it. The owner, Harrison, was super nice. Talked to him for a short bit. The freaking selection on VHS was incredible. Grabbed some laser discs, grabbed a couple of 4Ks. Damn, I hope the video gave you a decent kind of vibe of what the whole store looks like. It's incredible. I will show you the haul stuff at the end of this because I have 3 bags back there and that's going to be very difficult to show on the camera here. But on to the next store. All right, so I am now walking to a store called Alive Again, and I'm in Grand Rapids area now. Or actually Grand Rapids, I think it's legitimately Grand Rapids. So check this place out. This has been a good trip. There we go, Alive Again. Alrighty, so we're in the store here, and right away you've got a bunch of little small combo TVs right here. What movie is playing on this anyway?
Spookies.
Oh, Spookies. Okay, so I actually bought the Vinegar Syndrome for that, and I never got around to watching it yet.
Oh, it's great.
I've never seen it before. Yeah, that's cool. So up above here, we've got cards. I love collecting vintage cards. I've got quite a bit, so that's nice. We got RoboCop, Ghostbusters. Along here, we got ourselves Michael Myers. The vibe in here is great. Kind of same thing I said for Static Tape. The vibe is awesome the second you walk in. So we got collectibles over here on the wall. Puppet Master is such a fun movie. Those are really cool. Blade, that's awesome. Got House of a Thousand Corpses. We got Terrifier, which is definitely the rage nowadays. That's really cool. Not that I've seen Terrifier yet, but still very cool. This is cool. So in here, we're gonna have a bunch of kind of the more rare, higher end VHS, and right there is a copy of The Stuff. I might walk out of here with a copy of The Stuff. That's awesome. Next to it, Demon Wind. We've got some really cool stuff. We've got a Nightmare on Elm Street box set here, which again, that con that I'm thinking about going to next weekend has Robert Englund. So that's pretty great. We got Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Sealed. There's good stuff in here. Donnie Darko, Silent Night, Deadly Night, nice. Factory Sealed. All right, so we're gonna walk up and we're gonna go to the rest of the stuff, which we've got more VHS up here. We got more releases back there. Let's work on checking this place out. Just chock full of movies. I don't run across these movies, and yet on this trip, I've run across multiple copies of this movie. That's pretty cool. Really fun trilogy, for sure, and I actually watched it on YouTube, of all places. Here we've got another copy of The Stuff. Man, the Stuff is so damn good. Oh, that's a cool copy of Slugs, too. Slugs is a fun one. I always have memories for Storm of the Century. I actually watched this on TV at my grandparents' house. I always have kind of like fond memories of that one. That's a fun made-for-TV miniseries. Oh, damn. So I already have the Vinegar, well, I don't remember if it was Vinegar Syndrome. I think it's Umbrella, released through Vinegar Umbrella. I remember this from when this first came out. This is a good not early zombie movie, but 2004 zombie movie. I dig that one. I'd never actually seen a tape for it. I had the DVD for it, though. There we go. We got a copy of Leprechaun. Like I said, I'm thinking about going to that con. Warwick is there. So I don't know. Leprechaun 1 is a classic, but I enjoy the hell out of Leprechaun 3. I might get a copy of Leprechaun 3. For how little I find horror at my home area, I always enjoy the Poltergeist franchise, and I never run across the VHS for some reason. Even though this is a very mainstream franchise, I never run across them. I already have this exact VHS, I believe, but Night of the Hunter, I've mentioned it on my channel already, but seriously, Night of the Hunter is fantastic in every possible way. One of the best villains in a movie, in my opinion. Best Halloween movie, in my opinion. I'll say it anytime, but seriously, Halloween 3, from the score to the movie, I love it so much. And, I mean, heck, even John Carpenter thinks that Halloween shouldn't have kept going and going and going. I kind of wish the franchise went this direction more with the anthology after 1 and 2, but still, 3, freaking fantastic. So as I keep checking the next back area, I want to give a little bit more of an overall view of this room, which this is just chock full of amazing horror. We got masks up here. We got freaking Tarman. We've got a giant Slimer here. We got killer clowns. There's a lot going on in here. Even on little end caps here, we've got mugs. This is, the vibe is great. Ooh, 976 Evil. That's a good one. That is a good one. This was a random watch on, like, I don't know, HBO, Showtime, one of those channels, one of those times. I watched it at like 1 a.m. playing. That's a good one. Now this is a cool find. Sealed copy of Christine. Favorite Carpenter movie. So I've got some hot takes when it comes to Carpenter, but this is my favorite Carpenter movie as a whole. So that's really cool, factory sealed. Right here, we're going to have some more tapes. These are not horror ones. There's good stuff in here. There's a freaking copy of Mr. Nanny. Oh, man, I watched that several times when I was younger. Then we got some Laserdisc here with Interview with the Vampire, Aliens, nice box set. What else? Oh, Spawn, nice. Trancers, Frankenstein, Seven, man, I freaking love Seven. Alien 3. What else we got in here? Another Frankenstein, that's nice. Lone Star. And Back to the Future, Part 3. So right here, we're going to have DVD going down. We got horror DVD. We're going to kind of round this corner. And we've got quite a bit more when it comes to VHS all in here. I love Adventures in Babysitting. Give a view of this area as well, and we're going to go into the next room as well. All right, so let's get a full view of in this room. Going to kind of look around here, and then we're going to dive more in depth to it. We got masks. We got a great Pumpkinhead mask there. We're going to have a lot of horror books and novelizations. That's pretty sick. movie posters as well. You know, I love those. A lot of horror novelizations early, like you're talking 80s into 90s. A lot of stuff was printed the once, never printed again. So there's stuff that you could find. You'll never find a different copy. Some of it gets pretty damn rare too. Over here, we're going to have a lot of Stephen King. And next to that, we've got a row of Fangorias going up into a Violent Night poster. Oh, nice. An entire area dedicated to Goosebumps. Man, that's great. We've got ourselves a Chucky here. Along with some more Chucky, we got Jaws. There's a lot in here. All right, walked out of Alive Again with a bag full of tapes. Again, you'll see everything at the hotel. Man, the owner was super nice. That store was packed full of stuff every corner. I dug it, man. This has been a hell of a good trip when it comes to finding cool shit. So we'll see the next stop. All right, as you can tell, I'm not in a store now. I'm back in my hotel room. So Static Tape, Alive Again were so amazing. I wanted to end this video on a high. A lot of the other stores I would have checked out were not going to quite match how amazing those two stores were. So, like I said, let's end this on a high. So let's check out the stuff I picked up from Static Tape and Alive Again, and then we'll end this video. I still feel like we did quite a bit of movie hunting here. All right, so this is going to be the Static Tape haul here. So I did end up getting Push. This is a 2018 release. I don't remember this getting a 4K. This is not a title I really run across. It's kind of weird, to be honest, because I'm pretty up on this stuff. I don't remember that, so that's kind of crazy. We've got the Mickey 17 4K Steelbook. So that's the new, like by new I mean 4K. And then we've got a lot of older stuff here. So we got Predator 2 VHS, made to order with Ali Sheedy. That's really cool. I picked up my boyfriend's back. I have the one sheet. Now I've got the actual movie to go with it. This Invisible Dad. Look at that. That is so cool. I really like that. We've got Quick Change. That's a really good one. When it comes to Bill Murray, not many people talk about Quick Change. This has a Warner Archive Blu-ray if you're interested. We've got Star Kid, which another lenticular cover. That's really cool. And we've got the Mangler when it comes to like the more expensive VHS. And then these other ones are going to be dollar VHS. When it comes to $1 each, Urban Legend, Pitch Black, Congo, The Cure. Man, that movie, that movie was so sad. Very Bad Things. That's a great one. That one will make you angry. Carpool, super fun one with Tom Arnold. I like that one a lot. And Blank Check, that's kind of a childhood memory type one. $1 each on those ones. And then we have Laserdiscs. So let me pick this thing up. This was $1. The Betty Davis Collection Laserdisc. So we've got 5 movies in here. We have Now Voyager. That is a Criterion release. We've got The Old Maid, which I have on DVD. The Letter, not 100% sure I have that at all. In This, Our Life, and A Stolen Life. 5 Betty Davis movies on the Laserdisc for $1. So that's awesome. We got Chain Reaction Laserdisc. That's a good one. And The fucking Thing. The Thing. Yeah, so Static Tape, man, I could have spent so much more in that store. And now this stack right here, this is going to be Alive Again. So I got Poltergeist 3 VHS. I'm going to try to get all of them then. So that's cool. Leprechaun 3. Oh, I freaking love Leprechaun. That's cool. So I may or may not go to that convention and get Warwick Davis on here. We shall see. I got to kind of look into the whole going into Canada thing right now. We got 976 Evil. I picked up. We got Undead. That's a really cool one. We've got The Stuff. The Stuff. They had also an original release. This is the re-release, but still, this is The Stuff. So that's sick. And we've got Mr. Nanny. Mr. Nanny was $4. So that is what I grabbed from Alive Again. So that's Alive Again and Static Tape. Heck of a haul. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a long one, I know. I kind of like doing these hunts as like a vlogged style. I can do everyone as their own video. Every store has their own video. I don't know. I kind of like this style, to be honest. That's what the little scrubber down the bottom's for. You want to watch one specific store, just kind of scrub to that. But this is all I got. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one.